Hey guys, this is Dinosaur Drawer, and this is part 4 on how to draw a Jurassic Park T-Rex. So yeah, let's make some shadow into these parts actually. Let's get some shadow into it. A little bit more shadow over here. And I will be trying to make a better claw. Two better claws actually. One over here and one over here. That should be better. Well, actually, I think it is. So yeah, let's get the scales into it. Well, no, let's first get some shadow into it. Just a normal shadow. One big muscle over there. One over here. And a bit of shadow around it. And a bit of shadow between those fingers. So that's about enough. Well, almost enough then. And make some scales. Just small ones over here. And then bigger ones over there, and then they get smaller and smaller. Because that's the muscle. And the same here, small ones there, in the middle, bigger ones, and then you go back to smaller ones again. This might be a bit too dark, so erase it just by a little bit and put these scales back in again. You can just make one row of scales over here, or two rows, and I'm using mostly two rows. Small ones, bigger ones, small ones. I don't know if you can actually see me drawing these scales in. I hope you do. And let's get some skills going up there. So yeah, that's for about one of the front paws. Now let's do the hind leg muscles actually, and you can actually do it like this. One muscle over here and one over here, and actually I kind of want to make the hip over here and make it stop for about there, and then make some lines. I do want to make some lines again because these lines could be very important actually later on. So now yeah, you want to make this a bit more darkened. I'm gonna make one muscle over here, this a little bit more darkened. Wait, no, I placed this line at the wrong spot. I have to place it for about over here. Actually make some new claws. I want to make some better claws. So just like this actually. I don't really want them to be too sharp because he walks on them, and yeah, they can't be very sharp. And let's get some lines into this muscle and that muscle actually, and into its feet. And then you can put some shadow into it. Just like this. And then a bit of shadow over here. And the same thing over here. Bit shadowy. behind this muscle actually. And you want to create as much shadow as you can right now, because later on you're gonna add some scales again. And actually, let's put in basic scales over here. And the basic scales over here actually. So yeah, and then some scales over here. And some lines. And oh yeah, let's actually get a little bit more shadow into it. And put in some lines to make it a little darker, to make it look a little darker. So I think this kind of looks okay. And make a knee into it. Let's actually make a knee into it. Just some lines that go outside of it and let them go all the way around. Maybe get some shadow between those lines. Make those lines a little bit thicker than you would normally make them. And you can actually also get in some lines over here if you want. But it's better to focus on doing those lines later on. Let's actually make this claw a little bit smaller. Wait a second. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Just a little. And then I'm gonna be making this one a little smaller too, actually. That looks much more like a T-Rex feet, doesn't it? Well, I actually think it does. And let's get some scales into it. So you just want to make the same scales as you did all the way over the whole body of the T-Rex, but it's gonna change in a bit. But now you want to make smaller scales, and they go all the way to the leg muscles, and then they get a little bit bigger, and even a bit more bigger. And as you go to the center of the muscle, you want to make them larger and larger. And if you are past the center, the scales are gonna get smaller and smaller again. like this, and do the same over here. Small scales, and as you are getting closer to the middle, these scales will become larger and larger, and then they will become smaller again. So just continue on doing this. Alright then. Now we are at the point of the knee and the skin folds, and you can just create tiny little scales. Don't press down too hard on this part, because these lines, you want to make those lines a little better visible than your scales. So that's why you don't have to press down too hard on your pencil right now. Then you just build up some scales around it. And then you make them smaller and smaller and smaller, just like before. And over here you're gonna start very small. At first you won't be able to see them actually, I think. And once they get more in the open, you want to make them bigger and bigger. Well, I think it looks actually pretty okay. I will bring the paper closer to the camera again. Yeah, it looks pretty okay, I think. Now I'm going to focus on doing the head, and I think that I'm gonna erase these scales because I don't really like those scales. I decided to make the full body filled with scales, so that's what I'm going to do with the head. And I'm actually also gonna add some shadow into its head. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Let's first add some shadow over here. Actually, its bottom jaw isn't that bad. Now we want to create one big scale over there. Let's add some shadow on the top and some shadow over here. Just a little bit. At the bottom. We're also going to do the same thing with the bottom jaw. Just gonna make it slightly darker, that's all. Be careful because you don't want to mess up the teeth actually. So let's make some scales then. The T-Rex has got kind of a scaly nose, very large scales actually, on top of its snout. And these lines are gonna be cracks into its jaw, between its teeth. A few cracks over there. Maybe a few over there. Let's pretend like it's an old T-Rex. A very old one. And so yeah, I think that when I'm finished with doing its head, I will continue on doing the two other body parts, which are the hand and the other paw and feet. So that should be about alright. Yeah, that should be alright. And let's now focus on doing this one. And yeah, that should be about alright, I think. And I can create some shadow later on, I think. But these body parts aren't going to be that detailed because they are actually behind everything else. So they're going to be very dark actually. So darken this one in, and this one a bit more actually. Let's get some shadow into this, some scales. The knee. just get some shadow into it. Yeah. And now this claw. And let's get it like this. That should be okay. Get some scales around it. And some extra shadow because these are not gonna be as detailed. And some scales. Alright. And yeah. This would be our T-Rex, but what I want to do, and you can do it at home if you are trying to make this drawing, you can try it, but I wanted to add some stripes into the drawing, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. So you just press harder when the darker parts are there actually, but actually it's not that complicated, but it's complicated to explain. Just get a darker tone than its surrounding area into it. Alright, I'm almost done. I don't know if the T-Rex of Jurassic Park had these stripes, but I assume the T-Rex did have these stripes. I'm not sure, but I do think he had some stripes. So that's why I was trying to get these stripes into it. And go over it as much as you want until you get it right. I want to make them a little bit darker than they are, because I like them more darker. Alright, so I'll bring it closer. I forgot something. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, gonna make a shadow beneath it. And of course my autograph. Alright. So yeah, this is basically how you can draw a Jurassic Park T-Rex. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, try to subscribe, and yeah, see you later. Goodbye.